Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me over. It's a pleasure and an honor to speak before you during this session. I'm sorry that I can't join you today because I'll be joining another event as well. So please forgive me for that. We'll be giving free legal advice to PDLs at the BJMP near our school. So I'm unable to join you personally. So for today, what I'm going to do is to give you some tips, perhaps, or share with you my experience working with a private company before I joined the government. I know you are all graduating very soon and you're a bit nervous, or maybe you are maybe a little bit excited as well, because you will discover how it is in the real world, so to speak. So, just to give you a brief idea of my background before joining the government, um, after graduating from college, I was lucky enough to be absorbed by an international company, that is Japan Airlines. So I joined the airlines after graduation. But before that, I had a chance to go on practicum at the Sheraton Hotel. I'm not sure if there's still Sheraton Hotel near Harrison Plaza, because Sheraton Hotel is now at the Newport. I'm not sure if it's still existing. But however, I'd like to share with you that I'm lucky that I was trained by Sheraton, because I gained a lot of on the job experience there, which was very helpful for me. Um, I was able to experience all the different departments. So, hindi ako yung nagtitimpla lang ng kape or nagzi-xerox lang sa OJT. Nadaanan ko lahat ng departments and ginawa ko kung anong ginagawa nila. Nag-housekeeping, nagluto sa kitchen, nag-serve sa mga guests and all. But not all companies do that. So you're lucky if you'll be able to get an OJT, which will be very useful or applicable to your real work whenever you enter the company. So after that, so eto na nga, nag-enter na ako sa Japan Airlines, and nung time na nag-work ako, very active pa ang union, ang Employees Association. So yan ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo. Number one, you have the right to join a labor union or an employees association. It's provided for by the labor code. It's one of your rights. Pwede kayong mag-join. It's legal. Okay? So, aside from that, ano pa yung rights nyo? Siyempre, number one, very basic, is to get salary or pay that is according to law. So, check kung ang employer mo ba ay nagbibigay ng tamang pasweldo. So, dapat pasok kayo dun sa minimum. If we check ang minimum wage ngayon provided for by law is 570 pesos sa non-agricultural sector and 533 pesos sa agricultural sector. Ayan. So, hopefully naman yung salary nyo is more than the minimum wage, okay? And then, aside from getting the minimum pay, if ever man you are asked to work overtime, of course, meron tayong tinatawag na overtime pay. So, anong sabi ng batas? If you work more than 8 hours, you should receive at least 25% additional if you work overtime. So if you work beyond 8 hours, dapat compensated yung 9th hour and beyond mo more than your basic pay. So your basic pay plus at least 25%. So pwedeng mas mataas pa dyan. And if you're asked to work on on an evening shift, you have to be paid the night shift differential, which is not less than 10% of your regular wage. Okay? So, pag magtatrabaho ka ng 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., then you are supposed to receive the night shift differential. And then we are also the employers are also required to give you meal periods, meal break. Dapat not less than 1 hour or 60 minutes. Tapos yung mga binibigay sa inyong mga coffee break, yung mga usually 15 minutes up to 15 minutes, that's compensable time, meaning you're supposed to be given a salary for that. Hindi pwedeng nag-break ka, kakaltasan ka because of the break. No, kasama yan dun sa binabayad sa'yo. Okay? So, very basic yan. Alam naman natin na ang normal working hours is 8 hours. And then, what else? We know also that if you work on a holiday, there's an additional premium for that. You just check the latest percentage. I don't remember anymore how much is it, but there's a certain percentage of work, a certain percentage of additional pay whenever you work on a holiday. And it also depends whether the holiday falls on a weekend or a weekday, or if it's a special holiday or a non-working holiday. It really depends. There's a table for that. You can Google that. And then what else? So aside from that, you're also entitled to rest day off, of course. Syempre, hindi pwedeng dire-diretso ang trabaho, mapapagod tayo. So, ayan, you have to take note of those things. And then, there's also called the service incentive leave, which is vacation leave. It really depends on the company, how many days they are giving. But as per the labor code, the minimum that should be given to you is 5 days with pay. 5 days in a year. So that would be the minimum. If the employer gives you more than that, then that's good. So the first thing that you should do when you enter an office or a corporation or a company is to double check the personnel manual. It's everything, all rights that are given to the employees are stated there. So if there's none, then the basis will be the labor code. The labor code sets the standards, but employers can give more than that. Okay? So, and another thing is that whenever you enter a company, make sure that you have an agreement, you have a contract. And before signing the contract, make sure also that you understand each provision. Please read the contract carefully because you're bound to follow what is indicated on the contract. All right. Most of the time, maybe because of your excitement to join a company or to enter into an agreement, you just sign without reading it. And then when the time comes that a problem arises, and that's the time you will think back, recall, and maybe question yourself or the company about some things that were not agreeable with you in the first place. But once you have signed the contract, that means you agreed on every provision that is stated there. So, ingat kayo, bago kayo pumirma, make sure na lahat nabasa nyo, iniintindihan nyo. And if you don't agree with something, then you tell it to employer immediately, right away, para walang problema in the future. So basically, lahat naman ng mga benefits, kung hindi ko man na-mention lahat, you can always look at the labor code because the labor code provides for that. You can Google that also if you don't have a copy of the labor code. And please take note, the labor code is for regular employees. It doesn't cover for managerial positions, saka yung mga contractual or yung mga consultant. And hindi rin covered yung mga government employees. Kung sa gobyerno ka mag-work, then the civil service manual or code is the one applicable to you. So basically, yun lang naman. And mag-iingat lang tayo dun sa mga common problems in the workplace, such as mga sexual harassment. You have to be very conscious about that. You have to know or determine whether an act that was observed, or what, an act by an employer or a boss is not acceptable, then maybe it's high time to consult your supervisor or someone who knows well, like an HR personnel, and communicate your concern, because your rights are protected by law, and if you're not aware of it, then you can consult somebody who knows about it, such as a lawyer like me. Okay? And then please also be aware of the Safe Spaces Act. Yung Safe Spaces Act, bagong batas yan, hindi rin ako masyadong familiar dyan, but ito naman kasi it concerns naman yung rights mo for gender-based sexual harassment. So it's protection given not only for women but also for other people of different gender. Ilan na ba yung gender ngayon? Well, so it's applicable for all people, not only for women. So, bawal na ngayon yung mga catcalling, yung mga pagsipol-sipol, or pagkuha ng mga personal details. You have to be aware of that. Not only inside the office, but also on the streets or in public spaces. Alright? So, yun lang naman, basically. You have the labor code, the gender-based sexual harassment act, which is the Safe Spaces Act, and yung sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, yung sexual harassment in the workplace. The rest, ano pa ba? Basically, yun naman lang yung naaalala ko na very crucial and important. Okay, tips lang sa mga, hindi to tungkol sa batas, tips lang sa mga mag-OJT or soon to join the workforce. Ang gusto ko lang i-advise sa inyo, do your best kahit na OJT pa lang kayo, kasi minsan yung mga employers dun kumukuha sa mga OJT. So kapag nagustuhan yung performance nyo, kung merong opening sila, usually you are hired right away. So i-show nyo yung worth nyo dun sa employer nyo, and then do your best, work hard, work professionally, i-apply nyo kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo from school, and then ayun, after some time or very soon, magkakaroon na kayo ng regular jobs. So ang mga options nyo, hindi lang naman private. Of course, andyan yung government, and it was proven that during the pandemic, very lucky yung mga nasa kumpanya kasi sa mga government offices, because there were no closures, diba? Shutdowns of operations or mergers. We didn't have any problem with security of tenure. So, ayun, suggestion ko, pwede kayong mag-civil service para ma-qualify kayo sa public office or sa government. And then, sa mga private companies naman, lalo na yung mga service-oriented establishments, karamihan dumadaan na sa agencies or parang bihira na ngayon ng mga direct hires. Kaya yung benefits hindi ganon kaganda compared before na directly employed ka by the company. If you're interested, dito naman sa Pasay, marami namang mga establishments na service-oriented. I suggest to look for options at the hotel. Why? because I have learned from people in the industry that right now, even though the economy is not good, they are getting what they called what you call service. Anong tawag nila doon? Service fee, service. Basta they get additional pay aside from the salary. They get a service fee, which is only given to establishments, service-oriented establishments like hotels, restaurants, and such. So, aside from the basic pay, you get this service. I forgot the term, but you get an additional compensation for that. Wait, let me Google ha. Service sa hotel. I forgot, sorry. I used to know that one because after graduating from my course of tourism, I was hoping to enter the hotel because of that additional pay. But I'm also lucky that I was absorbed by the airlines right away. So it's also a good thing if you have an additional like skill or talent that will that will help you land in a better job than the others. So, equip yourselves with additional knowledge or skills. Pwedeng sa computer magaling ka, sa accounting, or kung meron kang talent, siguro singing or dancing, pwede kang kumanta sa lobby lounge ng hotel or whatever. So, yun lang, tip ko sa inyo mga students from CUP. Invest in yourselves. Mag-invest kayo na maka-learn ng bagong things because it will be very advantageous for you. And continue studying, continue learning every day. There are lots of things to learn every day, and mind you, it will take you to different places. So, I'm not sure if enough na ba yung nasabi ko. I hope natulungan ko kayo kahit papano. My background is actually more on service, about customer service. So if you will have future activities like that, I will be very glad to share my knowledge with you. And also about legal concerns, you can ask me anytime. You know naman where my office is, so please just come here and I am very much willing to help you. That would be all. Thank you so much. Kung merong mga questions, you can send it to me through the students who organized this event. And I congratulate you and I wish you all the best. Be proud that you are from CUP. I am from CUP also, and I'm very proud of it. Thank you. Hindi ako nag-introduce. This has been Attorney Hilda Maria Laigo. Salamat po.